Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the second half of version 3.2 has just released, which means good old Professor Anaxa has blessed us with his presence. It's very ironic considering the fact that I just came back from university in order to pull for his banner, so I went from one professor to another. Hopefully that will bring us some luck. If we take a real quick look at our pity, we're at about only... is it only... okay, never mind, 25, 30, 35, 40... 45, 50, okay, never mind, we've built up a bit more pity. 55 pity, what was I even pulling for? I don't remember. Oh, actually, were these Tribby pulls? What was I trying to build pity on Tribby's banner, hoping I could get her? The 9th of March. Okay, I have no clue who that would have been, if I'm being entirely honest. Was that Tribby? Probably, I guess. I'm not quite sure why else. Okay, yeah, not sure. Anyway, that's besides the point. Today is Anaxa Day. Today we're going to be pulling him. You know, we have enough to guarantee him. The question is, will we win the 50-50? Can we get our first ever double in Star Rail? And then also we're going to build him real quick and then test him out. Not sure where, but we'll see. So, yeah, with that being said, let's just get right into it. But real quick, if you yourself want to pick up an Anaxa, then I have the perfect thing for you. And that's today's sponsor, lootbar.gg. You can use Lootbar to top up in your favorite games like Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact and save up to 25%. Lootbar leverages favorable exchange rates and uses Hoyoverse partner routes, so you can get the most affordable prices and enjoy all Hoyoverse top-up bonuses as well. And with the top-up bonus reset in 3.2's anniversary, this means that you can get double the Eneric shards with your first purchase on Lootbar. Transactions on Lootbar are also simple, safe and secure, as you only need to enter your UID and your region in order to get fast delivery. For example, if I want to buy the 3,280 Eneric shards, all I have to do is go down here, enter in my UID, as well as my server region, and then go to top up now, and they typically arrive in less than a minute, and you can get double for your first time purchase thanks to the anniversary. And creators like Raiden Shotgun, To That Time, and Mordex Tryharder are all also collaborating with Lootbar, so they are trustworthy, and they also have some very good reviews on Trustpilot, and I just use them myself so I can vouch for the authenticity, speed, and security. New users can also get an extra 10% off, so be sure to check out Lootbar with the link in the description. Thank you to Lootbar, and back to the video. Alright, well then, we might as well just hop right into it now. We are on the alt account. I should mention I did a single temple on my main account, seeing if he wanted to come early. The answer was no. But will he come on our first temple on our alt account? The answer is no. I say this every time, but I'll say it again. Every single time when we summon, I ask, will we get the character in the first temple? And the answer is never yes. Sometimes, this has happened in Genshin and in Wuwa, we've gotten them in the second temple, but never in the first temple. But yeah, you know, I will be calling him Anaxa in order to respect our professor, because hopefully that will mean he... Oh! Okay, we got the Mr. Rekka light cone. I'm not sure how good it is, but, you know, it's a very well-designed light cone is all I'll say. So, you know, I'm quite happy about that, but... yeah, I mean, mosaic cons as well, very nice. I think I leveled him up a bit, but I don't know why, because I already have a topaz, so, yeah, that was kind of dumb of me, but, okay, let's see. Will this be another second temple incident? The answer is no. To be fair, this is already 70 pity, so we'll probably get him in the next, or, yeah, actually, probably in the next temple, now that I think about it, because we were on, like, 55, so, you know, our, I was about to call him by what he doesn't want to be called, our good old Professor Anaxa really... hopefully will grace us with winning the 50-50. Like I said, I mean, I'm so excited for this guy. I mean, you know, like I've mentioned before, this is my first account I've ever made on Star Rail. I used to play on 2 accounts, but then I ended up just sticking with the reroll account all the time, which is the one you see in basically every single showcase, where I've been day 1 logging in every single day. I'd say I logged in every day until about 1.3 on this account, and, you know, I'd log in, like, at the first 10 days of every version to claim all the free wishes as well as the Stellar Reunion for some free primos, or free Stellar J's rather, wrong game. But after that, yeah, that's it. But then since version 3 started, since, you know, version 3 has brought along many new powerful units, I thought, you know what, might as well try picking some of them up, starting off with the Herta. And as we know, Anaxa is a very good support for the Herta. We have a premium Firefly team on our second half, but if it doesn't work well, we could use Anaxa main DPS and then Herta main DPS. So, yeah, with that being said, please come home, Professor. You know, I just came back from university. I was being a good student, so please, please reward us with your grace. Maybe even a double, not to be greedy. We do have our standard 50-50 pool selected as well. Although I'm not gonna lie, on this account, I don't really want any of them. Okay. Now this is nervous. Okay, well, let's just go with it. Let's hope we see the erudition symbol. I think Himiko is still on our standard banner selector, so we might get baited by this. You know what? Maybe what I need to do is every time there's a featured banner which I'm pulling for, I need to take off whoever on that banner has the same path as them so we don't get baited. But then again, that's part of the fun, and it makes for good content if I do get baited from my reaction. So we'll have to see. Will we see the erudition symbol? Dun Hung, my OG. Please bring us luck. Give us the other wind element guy, please. Anaxa erudition. Let's go! Okay, he came home. Perfect, perfect. See, all you need to do when you study for Anaxa is just go to your university or wherever you study. If you don't study, I don't know, do like a quick online course or something, and he will come home. Make sure you call him Anaxagoras, otherwise he will not come home. Do we get a double in here as well? Nope. And nope. And okay, I think that's it. Never mind, but that's probably it now. Okay. Perfect. We have ourselves an Anaxa, although, you know, we do have a couple of wishes left over. I'm not quite sure who we're gonna pull for. I'm not gonna pull for his Lycan if I'm being entirely honest. I mean, to be fair, I don't even think his Eidolons are that good, but, you know, we just have to see if we get a lucky back-to-back. It makes for better content. Okay, never mind, we don't, unfortunate. Maybe we'll give it one more temple, build a little bit of pity, but yeah, I definitely want to pick up a Tribby on this account as well, maybe a Finon as well. I mean, this account is mostly so that I can play units, which I don't get to pull on my main account, because, you know, both accounts are free to play, so yeah, okay, you know what, let's just skip this temple, we get more Mosaicons. I mean, we have a lot here. We can do one more. Maybe we'll get lucky, because as we see... Okay, I was going to say as we see, Anaxagoras really loves us, but maybe he doesn't. But yeah, I mean, our good luck in Amphoris continues, or in version 3, because on Herta's banner, we won the 50-50 for her. On this account, so we won her the 50-50. I also picked the link shot up on rerun for our Super 8 team. We won that 50-50 as well. And now obviously we won Anaxa's 50-50, and then on my main account, we lost the Tribute 50-50, but then we got her in the next temple. And then on Mighty and Castrus' banners, we also won the 50-50. So we've been winning a lot of 50-50s, and the one time we didn't, we got them in the next temple. So you know what? I think we've been getting pretty damn lucky so far in Amphoris. Now I have... Oh, let's just slot him perfectly into his brand new team. I wonder if RMC or Robin would be better, because both of these guys are attack scalers, so Robin is good for them. Of course, Robin is easier SR, like every other featured unit on this account, other than Ron May, because I did actually pick up the E1 Ron May here, unlike on my main account, where I'm saving the token right now, unless I need to use it. Maybe we bring out the Robin. It's been a while since I've used her. I actually don't use Robin too much on this account, but yeah, I have pre-farmed for Anaxa, so I'm going to level up his traces, give him his Lightcon, and then I will see you guys in a second once his build is done, and then we can take him into an endgame mode and see how he performs. Alright, and here we are with our finished Anaxa build. If we take a real quick look, we're on 140 speed, which is a bit faster than our Herta right now. 88 crit rate, which will go up to exactly 100.1% thanks to Izumo, and then also only 84 crit damage, but then obviously there are quite a few crit damage buffs you can get from either Robin, RMC, the Herta also gives us some crit damage buffs, so you know that's fine. The priority is getting 100% crit rate. For relics we have gone, also Traces fully leveled up, and we are on the event Lycon S5, which, you know, his Lycon difference between his Sig and his best and free to play option isn't as big as other characters like Acheron, Castrus, stuff like that. So yeah, and then also relics. He's also quite easy to build if I'm being entirely honest, because he gets a lot of crit. His teams get a lot of crit buffs. But yeah, if we take a real quick look at our relics, 11.3 crit rate here with 6 speed, 8.4 crit rate with 11 crit damage. As you can see, we're prioritizing a lot of crit rate here. Unfortunately, I don't have any crit damage stat body pieces, which, you know, kind of sucks for us, but what can we do? And then speed with 8.4 crit damage, 8.4 crit rate, 6.4 crit damage, as well as 7 speed, 11 crit damage here on our orb. It rolled a lot of speed, let's just say. And then this one, I'm not gonna lie, this piece is incredibly cope, but it's basically the best we have, so what can we do? But yeah, with that being said, actually real quick, let's claim our free standard wishes. Well, our free standard wishes, because, you know, there's 3 of them and they're for free 99. And then now if we take a real quick gander over to the standard banner, will we get anything interesting? If the answer is not, then let's just hop right into some testing. We are right outside MOC, so we'll see if we can clear MOC 12, at least the first half, and then I will get back to you guys. Okay, so there has been a slight change of plans. Instead of showing a sub-DPS Anaxa with Hertha in Memory of Curse first side, I've instead decided to go for a hyper-carry Anaxa using 3 supports on the first half of Pure Fiction, just because honestly I found this more fun than using him as a sub-DPS, although I will talk about my experience of using Anaxa with Hertha shortly in MOC. Honestly, I just really wanted to show off this team because it's pretty damn fun. Unfortunately, I don't have Sunday or Tribby, who would be 2 of his best supports, so instead of that, I've decided to go full DPS route. Anyway, we're just gonna basic here, gives us a little bit of energy. We get his ultimate thanks to his talent, giving him energy whenever enemies don't have full weaknesses. Now we're gonna go for a skill, we're gonna get another free skill, and we should be, and now we're gonna be able to use our Bronya skill as well. I want you to know, I have done this a couple of times, but twice when I got a clear I was happy with. Both times it turns out I didn't hit record, so I have to do this for the 3rd time. So slightly annoying, but oh well, what can we do? Anyway, we used our ultimate there, and now we triggered the buff, so we get an action advance there. Luckily in this state we don't use any skill points, so we can just spam all of these skills we want. Of course, we're not going to use Robin's ultimate quite yet. So okay, we get 1 skill here, we kill all the enemies. We're going to get another free skill thanks to him having his ult up. 264k there. Now if we want to get another free skill, we're gonna have to get his ult up again, which unfortunately we're not quite gonna be able to do. I will say, first of all, my Bronya is level 70 with level 6 traces. Yeah, her build is incredibly cool. What I will say is that this clear will be part of a follow-up video. In 2 days time, I'll have a video out of me using Anaxa and Hertha either on the same team or different teams to try clear as many endgame modes as I can, because this account has never full starred any endgame modes, so you know that's going to be pretty exciting. Anyway, we get to action advance Anaxa again, we pop his skill again. This first wave is gonna die. We have 0 cycle the first wave. We're also gonna get a free skill here for this wave, and Anaxa also gets another turn here, which is why I'm saying that this team has been very fun to play in the current Pure Fiction. So if we just pop another skill here, we slightly miss out on the energy, which is unfortunate, but what can we do? Again, we're just gonna use our skill here to get more charge for Mem, and then what we're gonna do here is actually I was gonna put my basic, but I just remembered we don't use any skill points anyway, so we might as well. 794k there, we pop it again. Now we go for an ult and then Robin ultimate. Actually I should have Robin ulted and then used his ultimate, it would have dealt a bit more damage, but it's fine, it shouldn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. So we're still in the 0 cycle, and we have used so many Anaxa skills because obviously, you know, he skills himself. Also, let's take a really quick look at buffs. Oh, okay, he should be on 98 crit rate right now, but we don't have Mem support up right now, so we are missing a bit of damage amp, but you know, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, like I said, in this skill state we get to use his skill, and then he pops it again if you have his ult up. And then Bronya action forwards him. You know, will be better if he had Sunday, but I don't on this account, so what can we do? And then Mem lets him go before Bronya, so we're gonna get another 2 skills, clear another wave, we get his ult as well, and then Bronya goes, and then he goes. This team is just so fun. Now, like I promised, I will talk about his MOC performance, and I tried 3 different teams. I tried Anaxa, RMC, Hertha, Aventurine, then I used Robin, Anaxa, Hertha, and Aventurine again. Those were both with Anaxa on the Scholar set, so he's built as more of a sub-DPS. And then I tried him with the Win set using RMC, because I will say I prefer the RMC team to the Robin team. Although Robin is good and actually gives both Anaxa and Hertha attack, which both of them appreciate. The issue for me is that also we're about to clear another wave already, which is insane. Anyway, as I was saying, the issue for me is that I personally prefer it. Okay, basically the problem with Robin and Hertha is they are a bit clunky when you play them together. Do I want a basic or skill here? I think a basic should take them out. You know, you only live once. Okay, we got another turn anyway. Anyway, as I was saying, the problem with the reason why Robin is so good with Fei Xiao is Fei Xiao can store her ultimate and then unleash it once you have Robin's ultimate. With the Herta, you can't really do the same with her skill. You can slightly, but it's not optimal, and if you take too long, then you basically just, then you have to unload it and cry about the fact that you didn't have Robin's ultimate up. Which, if you have Robin's signature icon, is less of a problem because I believe her rotations are cleaner then. But if you don't, then it is a bit of a problem. So yeah, I definitely prefer the RMC variant because RMC's buffs are up most of the time. Although it does mean that Anaxa isn't doing that much damage. I will admit, in Herta teams, Anaxa's damage wasn't as high as I expected it to be. It kind of makes sense because Anaxa's multipliers, if you look, are actually quite low. So unless he has, so his hyper carry teams are still decent because you're having 2 supports buff him. But in a Herta team, his damage numbers aren't that high if he only has 1 support thanks to his multipliers. But I mean, he still is very good for the Herta. He does enable her very well, so that does make up for it. When it comes to the performance between Robin, RMC, and Eagle Set, they all cleared in 6 cycles, which kind of makes sense because I will showcase this in the video coming out in 2 days. But this, like I said, this account, basically after 1.3, I stopped farming for it for a very long time. So the relics here aren't very good. I'd come back occasionally, but that's about it. I wouldn't do all that much if I'm being entirely honest. Also, I should say right now, Anaxa is missing a bit of performance in this team. First of all, he is still on the, what's the artifact set called again, because I forgot. He is still on Ismo, because I don't have Rootle until Arena. You want to play him on Rootle until Arena if you're playing him as a hyper carry, but like I said, I don't have that, so I can't, which is a pretty decent DPS loss, to be honest. So yeah, that's slightly unfortunate. Also, when it comes to like I said, RMC not the best build, neither is Robin. Robin's fine, but RMC has a bit of work to do. And then our Bronya, I literally only leveled up today from level 20. She's on a S1 level 70 past and future, and she herself is level 17, not ascended, so her traces only go up to like level 6 or 5 because that's all the harmony materials I had. So yeah, you could probably get 40k if you're running like Sunday or something. When it comes to Anaxa in MLC, he was, we actually didn't 3-star MLC 11. He managed to do that in 2 or 3 cycles using the Herta. Oh, there goes Robin, but we've already hit 30k, which was our goal. So yeah, Anaxa's performance in hyper carry, I expected it to be slightly better, but at the same time, I don't have Tribi, I don't have Sunday, who would be 2 of his best supports. So I will say Anaxa, gameplay-wise, is very satisfying, as you can tell from the gameplay here. I still think he's one of the most free-to-play friendly units, so if you are free-to-play, I would definitely recommend pulling for Anaxa. Whether you have or don't have the Herta, he is still very ubiquitous and, flexible. But yeah, as you can see, we managed to hit over 30k score here. So I'm going to go into the outro. Like I said, continuation of this run will be in a future video, but for the time being, we're going to go to the outro, some final thoughts on the Anaxa, and that'll be it for me. So yeah, see you in a bit. Alright, well then when it comes to my thoughts on Anaxa, let me say this real quick. He feels so fun to play with the follow-up skill. It's so fun, it's so satisfying. Also seeing all the weakness breaks on enemies is very satisfying as well. I would definitely recommend him as a unit if you like him. If you don't like him, you shouldn't feel forced to pull for him, but if you do like him, you shouldn't be worried about pulling for him. I feel like he's very flexible in both his team options as well as playstyles. For example, you can play main DPS or sub DPS. If you play main DPS, of course his best teams will include Sunday Tribi, but if you're using either of them on the second half or you don't have them, you could use Bronya or Sparkle as an action advancer. You could also use Robin or RMC. Ron May, especially if you have her E1 nowadays, would also be pretty damn decent for him. Or, maybe you don't have an action advancer, you could go for just 2 buffers and make his damage insane whenever he does take his turn. And then, of course, the Herta team is probably one of the most busted in the entire game at this current moment in time. As I said, in MOC, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play 6-star it when I don't have Tribi. But Apex Shadow and Purification are definitely on the card, so stay tuned for that in 2 days to see just how far Anaxa and the Herta can carry me. If you want to know the state this account is in, if you take a look at our RMC, level 70, our Robin just about there, 3.8k attack. She's probably one of our better build characters right now. Also, you know what, we can just turn this into a mini account tour right now because I haven't showed this off in a while. Actually, I'm probably going to do that more in the endgame video, but yeah, this account has a lot of work to do right now. I mean, just look at our Jingyuan stats. It's very not great. Dr. Ratio as well, who basically saw no play on this account because I was not playing when I got him, and by the time I started playing on this account again, he already got power crept. We got an early Akron in like 20 pulls, which I have barely touched. This blade is from his rerun in 1.6. If you want to see our Bronya we were using in this video, it's level 70, not ascended, 127 crit damage, like I said, past and future, level 1, not even ascended either, level 7 talent, level 6 ultimate, or level 7 skill rather, not talent, because her talent's not very good. Relics look like this, and then she is E1, so yeah, this account definitely has a long way to go. If you want to see just how far Anaxa and Herta can carry us, be sure to stick around for the upload coming out the day after today, or the day after tomorrow rather. But yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya.